How's it going, everyone? My name is XFreds and welcome back to another video. Welcome to the first Minecraft Dungeons video. This is gonna be showcasing the top 5 best weapons in Minecraft Dungeons, in my opinion. And bear in mind, this is all my opinion. You can have your own, but these are weapons that I have experienced with the game, and I will tell you guys why they're the best, and why you should grind for these weapons when you reach Apocalypse mode. Let's get started. Coming at number 5 is the Cursed Axe. The Cursed Axe is a double axe weapon type. He has a spin attack, and the unique perk is defeating mobs explode. This cursed poisonous axe leaves their victims sick for years with just a single scratch. The power is pretty decent. The speed is pretty decent too, and the area of effect is great. Great power, great area, and decent speed. And when you put these enchantments, which you're going to need for all the weapons showcasing by this list, that being Radiant, Swirling, and Critical Hit, you're going to be making weapons like this a total monster throughout. Anyways, let's get to number 4. Coming at number 4 is the Heartstealer, the Claymore weapon type. Now, it's got great power, but it has great power. It can do up to a lot of damage, higher than the double axes, but the speed isn't very good. The area of effect is alright. It's something that I can accept, but you really want the Radiant, Swirling, and Critical Hit enchants to make a weapon like this extremely powerful. What makes this weapon so good is the leech's health from mobs. Compared to the broadsword and the great axe blade, the broadsword has sharpness, and the great axe blade has dynamo, so you would argue to say that those enchantments are better, and yes, they certainly are, but in all things considered, you would really want the leech's health from mobs on a weapon like this that is pretty slow. And it says here, gifted to one of the Arch-Illagers sorry if I read that wrong, generals, also upon their conquest of the Squid Coast. This rune blade, it is infused with dark witchcraft. There is an insane amount of details put into the weapon's looks, which is why I actually built them in Minecraft before the accounts got completely erased. Therefore, I had to get everything all back again. But yeah, Heartstealer at number 4, really awesome weapon, but there are a certain 3 that I think are better. Let's move on to those, shall we? Coming in number 3, we have Whirlwind. The Whirlwind Axe is pretty much like the Cursed Axe weapon type. It has the insane amount of damage. It has the spin attack, but it has the cast shockwaves, which is actually better than exploding. Therefore, you can get better damage. Whirlwind, forged during an epic windstorm, is a double-bladed axe that levitates slightly. Not the wisest of the text, but it's still really good. And like I said, the power and area are great. The speed is decent. Therefore, you have a great axe that can show lots of damage. And I'll be testing all the weapons in this video, and see how much damage they do per second. Anyways, let's move on to number 2. Coming at number 2, literally missing the spot, is the Growing Staff. The growing staff has insane in melee damage. It doesn't really show it on there, and the power bar is very inaccurate. And same with the area, so I don't know why the area and power aren't very high, it says, but why this thing is so good is because it has one of the best damage enchantments in the entire game. Increased damage to wounded mobs. That is pretty insane. And yeah. A staff that grows and shifts as it attacks. The growing staff is unpredictable and powerful. This isn't actually one of the older weapons, because unlike the cursed axe, it's Whirlwind and Heartstealer, or along with the #1 spot, this growing staff is actually one of the newish weapons in the game. It came out in the Jungle Awakens. Which was quite a bit ago, but yeah. I don't have a script for this, so forgive me if I ramble on, but I'm just trying to get the main points out, so forgive me if I ramble. The stylish combo, increased damage to wounded mobs. Mine can go up, like, it starts off lesser damage than the double axes, but it takes huger damage compared to from the double axe to more than Claymores. It's insane, and it's even faster than those weapons too. So that's what makes this weapon so good. And while the area of effect is pretty good, you'll need swirling to make this thing incredibly useful. Now, critical hit, and now swirling and radiance are the main props that you need to make the weapons themselves powerful. The critical hit doesn't matter a whole lot, but it's still an extremely awesome enchantment, and it's the best to go for. Plus, but you can also use something like rampaging on these weapons as well to increase the attack speed even more. Which would be very good. But yeah, let's move on to #1. At #1, we have the most popular weapon in the entire Minecraft Dungeons, the Fighter's Bindings. The Fighter's Bindings are the best weapons in the entire game. Now, the unique perk is the Turbo Punches. Meaning that, unlike the Maulers and the Soul Fists, you will most likely not stop for a combo break. The power in the area isn't great, but look at the attack speed. That is huge damage per second. And like I said, these are the enchantments that you will want the most on your Fighter's Bindings: Radiance, Critical Hit, and Swirling. It took me a while to find Fighter's Bindings like these, but I finally found them. Like I said, they are the best weapons in the entire game. And I shall show you guys now the damage per second on these weapons. Okay, so here's the Cursed Axe. Now here's the Heartstealer. Pretty big, right? It does insane damage. Okay, now here's Whirlwind. Yeah. That's insane. No. Oh god, never. Okay, here's the growing staff. Yeah. If this had a critical hit, this would have done a ton of AoE damage. And now, the fighter's bindings. Look at that insane power. I've been playing Minecraft Dungeons since the very beginning, ever since it was released. So, yeah. This is what happens when you play Minecraft Dungeons until when it got first released. You grind out insane weapons like these. Okay guys, that is it for today's Minecraft Dungeons video. Well, I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up along with hitting the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Also, send me some comments down below. I want to see what ideas you like to see. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.